Walk into an Amish kitchen in the middle of August, fruit on the counter, bread cooling on the rack, windows open with no screens, and you will not find a single fruit fly. No traps, no sprays, no electric zappers. Just a clean, fly-free kitchen using methods that cost nothing, have been passed down for generations, and that the pest control product industry has spent decades making sure you never piece together all at once. Here's the full story. Fruit flies are one of the most searched household pest problems in the country, and that search volume tells you something important. It tells you the solutions most people know about do not actually work permanently, because if they did, people would stop searching. Every summer, the same cycle plays out in millions of kitchens. A few flies appear near the banana bowl. Someone buys a sticky trap or a chemical spray. The flies slow down for a few days, then come back. The reason is that almost all the products sold to address fruit flies treat the adult population while ignoring the conditions that produce them. You can kill every adult in your kitchen today, and if conditions are unchanged, the eggs already laid will hatch in 8 to 10 days, and you have a fresh generation. Female fruit flies lay up to 500 eggs in a lifetime and begin laying within hours of reaching adulthood. The population you see flying is a small fraction of the total infestation. The real problem is in the eggs and larvae you cannot see. The Amish approach does not start with the adults. It starts with why they showed up at all. Fruit flies do not appear from nowhere. They arrive in your kitchen on the fruit you bring home from the store. A bag of peaches or a bunch of bananas almost certainly carries microscopic fruit fly eggs on the surface of the skin, laid before you bought the fruit in storage or transport. When you set that fruit on a warm counter, the eggs hatch, larvae develop under the softening skin, and within days, you have adults searching for somewhere to lay the next generation. The traditional fix is to wash produce thoroughly in cool water the moment it comes into the house, before it ever touches the counter. Not a quick rinse, an actual wash that removes the surface film where eggs are hiding. In Amish kitchens, this is simply the habit. Produce that comes in gets cleaned before it is stored. It takes 30 seconds and eliminates the primary entry point for fruit fly eggs. The second entry point is the kitchen drain. Drains accumulate a film of organic material, food particles, fruit sugars, moisture, that creates an ideal breeding environment in the pipe below the opening. Most traps on the counter do nothing to address this population developing below the surface. The fix is a weekly pour of boiling water followed by baking soda and vinegar down every drain. This clears the organic film that larvae need to develop. Cost, 0. Time, 2 minutes. A quick word before I continue. The whole system, washing habits, storage methods, drain maintenance, and the traps, all written down in one place, is in the Hive Vault at daleshiv.com. The link's in the description below and on the channel page. This video gives you everything free. The vault is just the full collection for anyone who wants it in one place. That is the last I will mention it. But here is the 3-step system that keeps Amish kitchens fly-free at 0 cost. Step 1 is environmental control. Fruit flies are attracted to fermentation. The volatile compounds ripe and overripe fruit releases as its sugars break down. Any fruit going soft goes into the refrigerator or gets used immediately. Refrigerated fruit produces no fermentation signal, attracts no flies, and provides no egg-laying site. This single habit eliminates the primary reason fruit flies stay in a kitchen. The trash can is the second most common source. Food scraps sitting in an open kitchen bin in a warm kitchen are a fruit fly paradise. Keep the trash can tightly covered and empty it daily in summer, not weekly. Wipe down the inside of the bin regularly to remove the sugary residue where eggs get laid. And wipe down counters and surfaces at the end of every day. Any splash of juice, wine, or sugary liquid provides enough organic material for a generation to develop. Step 2 is repellent herbs, and this is the part of the system most people have never heard of, but that has been documented in homemaking guides going back to the 19th century. Fruit flies navigate entirely by smell. The same sensitivity that lets them detect a ripening banana from across a room makes them acutely sensitive to sharp, volatile plant compounds that interfere with their navigation system. When those compounds are present, the flies cannot accurately locate the food source they are looking for and stop landing in the area. Fresh basil near the fruit bowl creates a scent environment fruit flies actively avoid. The same is true for fresh mint, fresh lavender, and cloves. A lemon studded with whole cloves and placed near the fruit storage area releases a traditional repellent compound continuously for several days and costs pennies to set up. You are not trapping flies. You are making the kitchen a place they do not want to be in the first place, which is a fundamentally different approach from anything you can buy at the hardware store. Prevention before infestation is cheaper, simpler, and more effective than treatment after the fact. And this is the logic that runs through every element of the old system. Step 3, for situations where adults are already present, is the vinegar trap. Not the store-bought version, the $0 version used since cider was first pressed. Pour a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar into a small, shallow bowl. Add 2 to 3 drops of dish soap and mix gently. The vinegar's fermented scent mimics overripe fruit. The dish soap breaks the surface tension. When a fruit fly lands expecting solid ground, it sinks and cannot escape. Set 2 or 3 of these near where flies are clustering and replace the solution every couple of days. Flies appear in the trap within hours. Total cost, pennies. If flies have been breeding for more than a week and the trap keeps filling, there is almost certainly a hidden breeding site. The most common ones are under the refrigerator, in the drip tray below it, behind the trash can, or in the drain of a seldom used sink. Pull the refrigerator out and clean underneath it. Remove and clean the drip tray. Most people do not know it exists, and it accumulates exactly the film fruit fly larvae need. Run the boiling water and baking soda treatment down every drain in the house, not just the kitchen. Once the hidden sites are cleared and the 3-step system is in place, the infestation ends within a week and does not return as long as the habits hold. Here are the mistakes that keep people stuck in the cycle. Mistake 1 is treating the adults and ignoring the breeding sites. Trapping the flies you can see while conditions remain unchanged is a treadmill. Find the site, remove it, and the population collapses on its own. Mistake 2 is not washing produce before it comes into the house. This is where almost every infestation starts. 30 seconds at the sink before the fruit hits the counter eliminates the primary entry point. Mistake 3 is using white vinegar instead of apple cider vinegar in the trap. White vinegar does not carry the sweet fermented scent fruit flies navigate by. It is significantly less effective. Apple cider vinegar is what works. Mistake 4 is placing the trap in the wrong location. Put it where the flies are clustering, not the center of the room, near the trash or near the drain, wherever you see them most. Picture your kitchen in August running on this system. Produce washed the moment it comes in the door. Ripe fruit stored cold, trash can covered and emptied daily, drains cleared weekly with boiling water and baking soda. Fresh basil on the counter, a small jar of apple cider vinegar and dish soap near the fruit bowl just in case. Not a single fruit fly taking hold because the conditions they need do not exist in this kitchen. No traps to buy, no sprays, no plug-in devices, just habits that cost nothing. One thing worth adding before we close. This system costs nothing because it is built on habits, not purchases. The pest control industry survives on the assumption that your time is worth less than the product they are selling you. The Amish assumption is the opposite, that a 30-second habit at the sink, a covered trash can, and a jar of vinegar on the counter are worth more than anything you can buy because they solve the problem at the root rather than trimming the branches. That is the logic behind every method in this system, and it is why it works permanently when the sprays and traps only work temporarily. Drop a comment and tell me what you have tried for fruit flies and whether it actually worked. I read every one at Dale's Hive. The full list of old methods, the ones that solve the problem at the source rather than just slowing it down, is in the vault at daleshive.com, link in the description. Subscribe and turn on notifications because next week we are covering the complete summer pest-proofing checklist for your whole home, room by room, the way it was done before any of it was for sale. The flies are not the problem. The conditions are. Now you know how to remove them.